Thank you very much, Clive, and I'm very happy to be in this seventh Technical Tanker Conference for the Maritime Standard. And we've been, over the years, of course, debating the evolution of the regulation, evolution of the industry, and, of course, the three sessions we had today, we started with this what we call rebound of the industry. Then we went into this facing the challenges of the future, and then coming into how we can support into the industry as far as services and technology. Now we know that the industry is moving towards more cutting down on carbon footprint and the emissions, and that requires unconventional directions and solutions. So in this regard, what do we have? We have more attention towards moving from hydrocarbon-driven prime movers towards more of an electrification solution. And then when that happens, digitalization becomes, of course, a primary member into the whole solution. And then digitalization, it's in between of you want a light on off to show you that this is working, or do you want something to give you more of a measurable data? It's running, but it's giving you 900 revs per minute, or let's say it is running and it's running at a temperature of 50 degrees, or is it 100 degrees, or so on. And that source of digitalization, i.e. it's a qualified, reliable data that the digital system is providing to you, and then for you to make the right decisions, which leads you into the optimization targets and solutions that you are looking for. And that's actually where we've seen now with a very diverse panel speakers from classification society, from service providers as ship agents, and then of course freight services, as well as from the cyber security and piracy services providers. And then when you look into all these different diverse, and you see one common ground that they all agree on, that we need proper digital system that provides a reliable data for us to decide and make our services better. And of course, making the shipping operation more safer. Indeed, indeed. So therefore, if I go back in time, i.e. before pandemic, and then during pandemic, and we are in the transition period of after pandemic, I don't know when it's going to reach into post-pandemic stage. What I see is a growth in number, a growth in attendance, and of course what we're seeing now is, has been discussed today, that the year 2023, where the industry and the nations within the maritime industry are actually coming into the 2023 with positive indications, positive balance sheets, high ambitions for investment and development. And it's this is not a statement. This is a reality. And the reason, especially for this region, is because there are high targets and high ambitions towards more sustainability, towards more of growth within the energy supply as a nation, as well as more, let's say, having an economical system that will support the nation as far as its needed job for this growing nations that in the region. And then of course it fits in very well with the narrative that the region is coming up with, being a region where the energy supply for the world depend on. Coming into the maritime standard, where does this fit in? It fits in perfectly. And I refer to last night, there was 900 attendees in the award ceremony. And today we had a very good attendance with a lot of interaction, a lot of networking. And of course, not to forget that we are here, as in the Maritime Standard, planning for next May 2023, before the COP28 in the UAE, having the Maritime Standard Transportation Climate Change Conference. And this will be a perfect timing as well for us really to come together, align our thoughts, revisit what we have discussed today, and then be ready for the COP28 and support the nation as far as that is concerned. My pleasure, my pleasure, my pleasure.